I'm late, okay? So this is equivalent to a new moon in Leo reading. New moon in Leo and this week ahead. So we're at August 16th. I'm going to go to like next week, thereabouts, and continue to work on consistency with regards to when I do the weeklies. My apologies to my Patreons specifically. Also, we're noodling with adding an element. This would be free for patrons, but I'm thinking of setting up 2 weekly yoga sessions, and they'd probably be around sometime in the late afternoon GMT time, which is UK time, so early morning or mid morning, depending on where you are in the world. And you could join in via Zoom link, and there'll be a fee if you're not a patron, obviously. Divine guidance and loving clarity. These would be like two times weekly, 20 to 30 minute breath work, meditation, and yoga sessions. So feel free to reach out if you're interested in knowing more. We'll probably get that started in September or roundabout when the kiddies go back to school. Divine guidance and loving clarity. We're going to start with Aries. It's easier for my brain because we're going to go in order. Divine guidance and loving clarity. Divine guidance and loving clarity for my Aries. There's Emperor energy. There's a Knight of Wands coming in. A situation that's requiring your strength, Aries, and possibly you might be having a few financial difficulties or just feeling a little like drained financially. The Knight of Wands, what's the Knight of Wands coming in? I mean, obviously this could be a romantic partner, somebody who wants to have a date. Not probably a new beginning for you. I mean, if you're single, you might be manifesting just some dates or some romantic encounters. Venus is retrograde. So again, if you're single, it could be that you're inviting in some romantic situations. At the same time, with regards to your perspective, you are having a bit of a rebirth. You're definitely going through a bit of a transition here, I would say. Yeah, and I think it's like opening up to love, opening up to some, maybe some a bit of excitement, like passion and excitement. And yet, I think you're having to be really grounded and mature, etc., with regards to your pentacle. So there's something here that's starting your work life. If you've been laid off from a job, or if something's gone on financially that's felt significant and like you're a bit worried or digging into some strength, know your power here. It does 6 of Wands reverse is saying there's definitely some sense of a loss, and yet there's going to be some messages that come in. There could be some passionate engagement, and this is going to help move you forward. This is going to help give you that clear perspective on a new beginning you've already kind of created, like a new perspective that you've already had. And just a bit of passion, maybe some dates, or you moving forward, maybe approaching employers or pitching ideas. But you're definitely on this sort of manifestation. There's a sense of just, obviously go about your day and enjoy it, and yet expect there to be communication, something that you're manifesting that really will help you gain some clarity. Okay, let's move on to Taurus now. So Taurus, divine guidance, love, and clarity for this week around the Leo new moon, August 16th. For Taurus, divine guidance, love, and clarity for my Taurus lovers. So Knight of Pentacles right away is giving me this message of steadily moving forward. And I'm getting a sense of like you've had some new beginnings. There's possibly been a rollout of like very different new beginnings, very likely, obviously, in your material world, and for some of you, your working life. Wow. Yeah, there's like this cyclical energy of moving forward, learning a new trade, learning about your own desires, learning about your own love, and like just steadily moving forward. You've got these two knights here. And this to me is representative of that energy, you know, like a trot. You're getting on, you've gotten on that horse, you're moving forward with a greater sense of loving expectation for your own heart space, like knowing more about what you want, what you're worth. Like for some of you, you might be approaching someone to make an offer. You might be approaching a business to make an offer. Both love and money, or love and business, is here. Be aware of defensiveness around people that don't maybe know what you're up to or don't quite understand. For some of you, Queen of Swords reverse is coming through as maybe a female authority figure, a mother figure, somebody who makes you feel defensive or edgy. Just, I'm hearing like just don't listen to them, or endeavor to not be too emotionally attached, because they're very much in a different viewpoint, different perspective. They see things differently. And it looks like you guys possibly have like you're moving forward, and then there's like this substantial new beginning that you're potentially going to jump into with the Fool card. Let's get a little bit of clarity on that. Here's this Father of Cups. This Father of Cups has come through with the Ten of Cups. But they're in the verse, so I'm curious. Yeah, I mean, the Hierophant. There could be an up level in a relationship. This would probably be with the Father of Cup and the Ten of Cups and the Hierophant, a significant shift leading to a new beginning. So if you're in a relationship, there could be an up level in the relationship. For some of you, that's part of what you're moving forward toward, you know, expressing this love. It may be in the past, and even something inherited from your maternal lineage, because it's a Queen of Swords. You maybe were a bit sneaky with your emotions, or you weren't always honest, or you felt like you couldn't be honest. You felt like you couldn't express your emotions with regards to work, with regards to relationship. And maybe that's part of this gentle new beginning, or this way of moving forward. You're learning to express yourself more. You're learning to move forward, knowing your worth, also being humbled, knowing that there's things to learn, and also knowing that you've got stuff to offer. And the Father of Cups in the reverse, in a sense, this is making me feel like this is somebody maybe you felt like you had a lot of potential with, who's coming back to deliver a message. And it could be a significant, like, I want to work on this. I want to come back into this. I'm going to leave it there, Taurus. Let me know if you resonate, or if that resonates with you. I'm curious about, because there seems to, again, be some up level, but there's reversals there. So I'm curious about somebody coming back, or you approaching someone that you feel could have potential, and whether or not, that Hierophant kind of opens the door to this new beginning. Divine guidance and loving clarity for Gemini. Divine guidance and loving clarity for Gemini. Judgment. The Judgment card can often be like a return, an outcome, something coming back around with a positive outcome. Gemini, it looks like you've overcome, like you've maybe been creating a new world, like really almost to the point of like stressing yourself out. Nine of Swords is a challenging card for sure. It's like sleepless nights, a lot of anxiety. Emperor reverse is signaling to me that either you're dealing with an emperor or that emperor energy in yourself is feeling a bit reversed, just tired, less powerful. Maybe you're like reminiscing or looking back on like a different time of your life. That could be creating some anxiety as well. Somebody actually, Gemini energy recently reached out and was like, it's part of my Gemini. I get in my head too much. And so, I mean, Nine of Swords is definitely an energy when we get in our heads. I personally also interpret Nine of Swords as like, again, these, any of the swords to me are potential like loops and programs, unconscious stuff connected obviously to some behavioral patterns and or connections that we're in that are triggering this anxiety, this unrest, right? Which usually leads us to somehow from within, without whatevs, making certain changes, right? And for some of you, it's about processing some of the pain of the past. Like it's undeniable with the Nine of Swords and the Five of Cups here. There's some sort of sense of loss and grief that you're releasing, that you're being guided to emotionally release, uh, from that healing perspective. It's purging our cellular density, it's releasing ourselves of these past pains and losses, knowing that when we turn around there's more cups, there's more life, there's right. And this is actually kind of beautiful because you've got the Judgment positive upright, and then you've also got on top of the Five of Cups, you have the Six of Cups. So it's almost like once we really release, let go, cry it out, rage it out. There's that red face in the Five of Cups, which is like, to me, often like it could be sad emotion, or it could be like rah, like some anger. And it's like as soon as you turn around, or as soon as you really release and let go of this pain and are just like, you know what, I'm done with that. That's over now. That's the past. I can't keep going over, or I can't work it this way. And I'm just going to start to move forward, releasing yourself from Hanged Man. Hanged Man reverse supporting this energy. So as you turn around to move forward, there's this sense of, okay, here I am, and now I can wake up, and now I can move in a direction that feels good. Plus, Six of Cups can be indicative of meeting a soulmate, meeting somebody from our past, meeting somebody super familiar. Such a beautiful card because there's these flowers growing out of the cups. So it's like, they're kind of in love, but there's some familiarity and community within this and again an offering and a receptivity. So it's a really beautiful energy. Does kind of feel significant with the Judgment there. For some of you, for some reason I'm hearing inheritance for some of you, but there's like a delay or a waiting or an expectation around the deliverance. And for some, it's like the sense of being grounded and being able to like hold space for different ideas, different thoughts, different messages before acting on them. A bit of a patient energy. It is positive, but it's to do with your pentacle and your sense of sustainability, your sense of fullness with regards to like knowing you're sorted financially. Patience, that's the biggest energy, like emotional maturity and patience with regards to your pentacle. It is a 9. For some of you, you might be doing a bit of traveling, or it's connected to like your sense of adventure as well. Investments I'm hearing too. Okay, so for some of you, like you could be taking your investments out of a foundational thing, moving pentacles around. Not a brand new beginning in the pentacle, but like patience, taking stock of lots of different information, which is why I'm getting a sense of like investments or what to do with the Nine of Pentacles. Or if the Nine of Pentacles is feeling drained, it's almost like there could be money in different places where you can like take them out. Mainly that, again, just listen to yourself, obviously, in your life situation. But it's like, to you, the emotional mature thing to do is to withdraw, because it could be that there's generally like a stock that's just not rising anymore. And so you're wanting to remove your energy from that stock. Yeah, okay. And then for some of you, the Six of Cups and Judgment energy, like this return or meeting somebody, could definitely lead to like a proper commitment, the vow energy. So making a vow, making a proposal, creating something committed. All right, let's move on. My beautiful Cancers. I'm hearing that song, Beautiful Peoples, Beautiful People. Is that a thing? It's Firestarter, those people. Prodigy. I think there was a song, Beautiful People, maybe. Yep, okay, so let's get into it. Cancer, divine guidance and loving clarity for my Cancer lovers. Divine guidance and loving clarity for Cancer. So Cancer, your energy is coming up here. You might be feeling a bit drained. Page of Wands would signal. Right away, I get a sense of a kid. A kid could just be draining your energy here. And Hanged Man, I'm going to get clarity. Yeah, so because King of Cups is the first card right away, I'm getting a sense that's your energy, Cancer, water sign, right? And it's in the reverse next to the Page of Wands in the upright. Just this makes me feel like you're paying lots of attention to a child right now, and they're going here, there, and everywhere, and giving you lots of messages and doing this, that, and the other. And it's just a bit either emotionally draining. I would dare say it's mostly emotional, but there's also a Ten of Swords here, which sort of talks about the end of a long-standing karmic cycle. It's connected to emotions as well, and grieving things and releasing and knowing certain things are dead, done over. I guess it's also this shift within you, like within your psyche, within your awareness, and or like having some sense of illumination, where you then are open. You then open up to the Six of Cups energy. So you're the second sign who's had the Six of Cups. Six of Cups, soulmate, familiarity, loving connection, grounded, community, growth, right? Like growing the love, growing the community. There's a really lovely connection coming in here, Cancer, and yet there's been a lot of turbulence along the way, right? For some of you, this could be the end of like an addiction, self-sabotaging patterns, karmic stuff, obviously. I'm hearing the voice of another reader right now going, stinking thinking. This is really you transforming, probably more than likely like a burning our own feet, right? Like despite their face, or what, there's an expression, but I mean, ultimately, the swords are about our own way of thinking. Ten of Swords is like patterns of thought that do sabotage. They kill us, right? They stab us in the back. They betray us, etc. So there's these underlying thinking loops or what have you that are anchored in the devil, that are anchored in really negative thinking, right? Or attachment thinking, or just things that don't lead to positive. So this ending, which this time round feels like, because the Hanged Man is here. So there's something about your reflectivity, your awareness, where you're like, illumination in the Hanged Man, right? And then it's almost like as soon as you open yourself up, Four of Cups reversed, which is a positive thing. As soon as you just allow this to be healed, which you are, because the Five of Cups reversed, you're processing these emotions, you're releasing them, you're allowing for the illumination to show you essentially how to overcome or allow yourself to get back up, right? And be open to receive. I'm just hearing receptivity. Be open to receive. special, innocent kind of love, creating a foundation for yourself after receiving or starting a new passionate start. Another one for commitment. So there seems to be, for a lot of the signs, almost like a collective energy of being patient, waiting for the right information, waiting for inspiration, trusting in the new beginning, right? Trusting that we're opening ourselves up to receive new things. And then, like, and again, this is grounded receptivity. This is letting ourselves out of a cage, right, Cancer? A new foundation. This is something positive overall, but there's definitely been some heavy energy that you've processed, released, let go of. Okie dokie, we're gonna move on now. Thanks, Cancer. Okay, Leo, magical Leo. Magical Leo, right? You're having the Venus retrograde in your sign, which I think is kind of special. So your person, you know, that stuff's going through a transformation. You're reflecting on what really works for you, what doesn't, how you want to show up in the world, all that kind of stuff. Okay, divine guidance and loving clarity for Leo. Divine guidance and loving clarity. Look at this, Leo. New beginning. A new shiny new beginning. It's like you presenting yourself with a new beginning. And Ace of Wands. So this is really passionate. And this could be a big part of it, right? You're like, I need to reinvigorate life. I need to, yeah. Also, ending some cycles. Ending cycles and reflecting. There's a little bit of that energy in the mix. For some of you, there could be a Knight of Wands fire sign that is potentially distracting you, so just be aware of that. This person is not in their power. I think you're fully aware of that. But just, you know, they're manipulative. But however, regardless, your energy here is focused on this new beginning and manifesting your own garden, creating, and I get a sense of actually you're being really patient with all of this, mainly because these cards are telling me you've been through a lot. You've overcome some karmic cycles, you've rebirthed yourself, you're wiser to other people's games and manipulations, and you're really staying steadfast in your own renewal and what you want, you know, not in a selfish sense, but in a grounded sense of desire, and how you want your life to be. Judgment card in the upright, central energy. So this is really about, I'm hearing taking a stand, you know, taking a stand and believing in your dreams, believing in your desires, and just grab hold of it, you know, grab hold of this new beginning. This all looks pretty positive. Again, you've been through a lot, like it's coming through with all the signs, and yet there's some wisdom here. There's obviously a new beginning, and you've got a nice sense of focus on your material life with Judgment, central theme, liberation, right? Renewal, re-beginning, a positive sort of outpouring, sort of sense of benevolence from the universe. All right, Leo, thank you for that. So we're going to move on to Virgo, divine guidance and loving clarity for my Virgo lovers. Divine guidance. Hala, feel free to, if the chat's, I hope the chat's available anyway for my Patreon lovers. If you're here, feel free to like or shoot us a comment. Let me know. Divine guidance and loving clarity, or not, it's okay. Divine guidance and loving clarity. Virgo, fellow Virgo, I have a Virgo moon. So, and as it happens, Saturn's been just opposing Virgo for like months, which is super fun. My Virgo moon as in, so, and I can suss exactly what that's all about. Divine guidance, loving clarity. For Virgo, divine guidance, loving clarity. Happy new moon. Happy Leo new moon, you guys. Dang. There is a big transformation happening. It's like overcoming the devil. Powerful energies, Leo, the devil and the death card. For some of you, this could be death. Sorry to say, there could be a significant loss in your life, because the Knight of Pentacles is over there in the distance coming through. That could be, you know, getting a message, or in the world, there's something really significant transforming, changing, metamorphing. Yeah, it's like overcoming mental distraction, overcoming. There could be, like, for some, this is almost like an addiction to being really frivolous with your pentacle. Maybe this is what you're transforming, to rise it up, to become more mature with the pentacle. I mean, that's kind of beautifully simple, because I feel the devil with the Page of Pentacle reverse is like mismanaging messages about money, or mismanaging the practicality around the pentacle. And the death card's like walking straight into something that's like going to force this transformation, because the world card is supporting. This is a completion cycle, obviously, with the death here. A completion cycle connected to like self-sabotage, addiction, attachment, low-level shadow shit, right? And then you rising into this Knight of Pentacle, or then rising into the receptivity of the Knight coming into your life for teaching and or for you to be steadier. Yeah. This is sort of like a steady graft. Definitely connected to Pentacle, your working life. Interesting. Hey Virgs. Virgo getting grounded. Virgo getting practical with the money. Money. But again, like, this is potentially powerfully transformative. The world, the death, the devil. Pardon me. Like, this is you going, enough. I don't want to do it like this anymore. I want to do it like this. I want to learn. I want to grow. I want to work on it. And then it's like getting really serious about working on it. So this is this implementation of stepping into the new world that you've likely been transforming and digesting and, you know, biodegrading or whatever. I'm literally thinking of like composting something and seeing it decay and go, and then going, okay, well, there's nothing left here, so I've got to step into this. And this is the biggest challenge, right? So these sabotage patterns or whatever. Some of you, it could be as simple as dealing with a child that there's some kind of like negative attachment to. Maybe you're funneling too much money to the kid, or you find out that your child is dealing with some sort of addiction, right? Connect to the devil. And yet you holding the space in your new world, you allowing this metamorphosis, is going to help to rise this person up into the next level of maturity. You also are having to like stay focused and work on it. Work on this new world, work on living in it vibrationally. As I say, working on it vibrationally, I pick up the mediumship card. So for some of you, there's actually like a connection to your spiritual work or your work beyond the veil, the mediumship card. So this is you kind of tapping in. This has been coming through, if I'm honest with you guys, like there's quite a large sense of, so part of this whole healing, you know, paradigm shift, as people are healing trauma or starting to face their trauma, you could say almost a reward of becoming more connected and healthier and more attuned is, of course, opening up to certain aspects of mediumship, psychic ability, intuitive ability, healing, words. But what it is to me is our psyche and our heart, opening up to a higher, more divine, or more spiritual information, right? Being more connected to the quantum, and or as connected to the quantum as we are to the three-dimensional reality. And that connection to the quantum is often part and parcel of the healing journey, because to me it's part of living in a greater healed state as a human consciousness, is that we're all like pardon the Hollywood reference, but it's like Avatar. Like those avatars are like deeply connected to the unity of life, and they're like awesome, right? And they're magical, but they're also very grounded, healthy, like, if I'm a me. Okay, a little bit of a ramble, but we're going to move on. Thank you, Virgo. Very powerful reading. I'd be keen to know if that resonates with any of you Virgos out there. I have to like, can you see me thinking? So, yes. Hi, Mark. Suspicious, my friend. Divine guidance and loving clarity. Now we're on Libra. Is that right? Yeah. Divine guidance and loving clarity for Libra. Divine guidance and loving clarity. Ooh, something's coming in. Something's coming in that could change your direction. Or just that something is manifesting that you've been seeding. For some of you, it's a partner, lovers. Or is a greater unification with your higher self, which we kind of just were talking about right before. This is a seeded intention. This is something you're consciously wanting to grow in your life. And that for some of you, you've been waiting for. You've been waiting for this growth. So for some of you, there's a double 8. And for some of you, there's something manifesting. Now, emotionally, you've released something. You've walked away from something or are walking away from something that you've been emotionally attached to, that you've maybe been growing or pouring cups into. And there's something about not waiting. It's like you're not going to wait around anymore. You're not waiting for messages to come through. You're not even waiting to like go to calmer waters or go where the grass is greener. You're just not waiting, which is, I think, part of the shift of, and now it's here. It's like being open, and then you just create, and then you just like, hey, friend, meeting somebody where there's just like the heavens open. A lot of spiritual maturity and wisdom. Yeah, there's like a definitely the sense of meeting somebody else who has integrated a lot of their shadow or worked through a lot of their lower vibratory energies. There's definitely some sense of like being like, oh my God, maybe you're meeting somebody from your past, but like long ago, and there's this instant recognition, or just again, somebody that there's instant recognition with. So yeah, this is pretty clear as far as like, so you having a shift, as in walking away from waiting for messages or waiting. It's almost like waiting for permission or waiting for someone else to reach out or whatever. And like, this is also part of your own healing of integrating maybe the sense of being an outsider, or the sense of vulture reverse, like the sense of, yeah, like being frightened of the shadow, being frightened of the kind of death watcher part of us. And then just going, I'm over it now, we're going to move forward. And then it's like this shift of not waiting brings in something really profound, divine, possibly a counterpart with the lover's energy. There's something abundant coming in because there's a double 8 in this reading as well. Okay. Thank you, Libra. Hello. Okay, let's go, Scorpio. That rhymes. Let's go, Scorpio. And then I'm randomly thinking out loud. For some of you, those cards jumped out. This reading, so for some of you, there has been a tower moment around the working life. A way of working isn't working anymore. A perspective shift, a radical perspective shift around the way you're working. Or just straight up, like, kind of out of nowhere, you lose a job. However, the justice here is the central energy. So again, I would just say, regardless, everything's going to be okay. This, even if it seems a bit chaotic or a bit crisis vibe, the justice is here saying this is rebalancing things, so don't worry about it. This is, a crisis or a tower moment, as bad as it might seem in the moment. Even if it takes away a source of income or it makes us not be able to work in the same way, it's still rebalancing these scales. I'm getting a sense here of emotional courage, having to find some emotional courage, or for some of you, emotional protection, Scorpio. Emotional protection, defo. It's just sort of a sideline message, but it could be relevant for a few of you, where it's like, if you're feeling really emotionally drained, I would say, like, cocoon yourself, protect your energy, do a protective work as far as, imagine the light bubble, or have crystals on you, or sage your house, or your, because you're blossoming, you're flowering, so you need this sense of protection. For just as some of you, I somehow feel this is connected to, like, in the realms of things like psychic attack, which in the simplest way I sort of think is just when people are talking razzmatazz behind our back, or there's some gossip trail, or just straight up there's somebody who's kind of out to get us, and it's energetically draining, because, like, I think of an attack, it's like them vibrationally or psychically throwing word daggers at your aura, which can feel just draining, or like you're not quite yourself. So you're having to kind of create this zen-like garden for you to kind of very, I would say, gracefully rise into this justice energy. You've been through it, you get it. Because in a sense, I'm like, I think that's enough. I think you protecting yourself, knowing that the rising is just happening, will lead you to that next level. And just remember to take the time you need to restore yourself whenever you need. There's definitely something changing in your working life, though, or something that has changed that's helping you rebalance the scales and come into this kind of new sense of self and new awareness, right? It's flowering. It's unfolding. Nice. Okay, let's move on. Sagittarius, divine guidance and loving clarity for the amazing Sagittarius, divine guidance and loving clarity for the Sagittarian lovers. Okay, so this is looking like you might be having meetings or discussions around your financial stability. Trading time for money, I'm hearing. Trading time for money. But working on your stability regardless, working on your financial stability. There's people around you that also are helping and or supporting you with creating this financial stability. For some of you, there could be this sort of person from the past or loving connection that comes into your life that helps you really move on from some of the energy of exclusion, abandonment, rejection, not enoughness. 5 of Pentacle in the reverse, which is where I'm like, oh, you just focusing on these new foundations and getting these foundations good to go. then opens you up maybe to meeting somebody. And this could be romantic or friendship, but there's something familiar, grounding, calm that helps lift you out of the, like, I don't know where I belong, or I'm not feeling like I fit in here, there, and, or feeling, yeah, rejected, left out in the cold, that kind of energy, right? So I'm hearing like no begging, and that expression of like, please, sir, it's like no begging. It's like you just going, I'm going to focus on my foundations. So focusing on your Pentacle foundations, things like investments, talking to financial advisor, all of that. And then it's like just by focusing on that, then when you turn around, there are these new beginnings or new people you meet that just feel friendly and comfortable. Then there's a decision. This is a weekly reading. The decision could definitely be about Pentacle as well. How many to put behind you? How many to I'm hearing that word diversify, like how many to put into different pots. There's some financial stuff that you're working out that need some attention somehow, like in as far as just yeah, needing some attention, where there may be a decision that needs to be made. That's a good card though, completion, and like following inspiration, but giving yourself enough time to sit with. Remember to make decisions from a neutral, grounded, calm space, right? Yeah, you like when you know you'll know kind of thing, but talking to a few other people before jumping in and holding space, like as in not feeding the devil with regards to, or not feeding that old way of I'm not good enough or I don't fit in. So you just focus on creating nice strong foundations, and then like good energy comes in, feeling more abundant comes in, and then when you're ready to move forward, you'll just feel the support from behind you, that sort of energy. That's nice. Okie dokie. Nice. Thanks, Taji. So let's go Capricorn. Divine guidance, loving clarity for my Cappies. Divine guidance and loving clarity for the Capricorn lovers. Nice. Huh. Ten of Pentacles. For some of you, this could be regarding a kid, a child, delivering a message which might put a hold on something. Let's get more clarity. What's this Hanged Man? So messenger, right? Page of Wands, messenger, message coming in. Someone younger. You feeling inspired. Feeling or sensing this sort of oncoming illumination. Healing the emotional body, healing a connection with the mother, which could be earth energy, could be your own mother or maternal line. Yeah. For some of you, there's a very strong healing around probably both the mother and the father. The masculine and the feminine energies are coming into greater balance and healing. And then it's almost like, what are you wanting to create? What are you wishing for? It's like if you don't ask, you don't get. So there's a little bit of a sense here of like, there's a 9 of Cups and a 10 of Pentacles. So it's like, make a wish, Capricorn, because I think there's possibly something pretty profound that's going to manifest, that's going to be an example or representation of the healing of these polarities within you. Cool, really direct message. Thanks, Capricorn. Let's move on. Aqua rising. Divine guidance and loving clarity for Aquarius. Divine guidance and loving clarity for the Aquarian. Oh, I just looked at, just in that split moment that I looked up, it was 4444. 4444. Yep. Quadruple 4, double 8. I'm hearing, so it's just like my random spinning off, like 4 4 4 4, double 8, manifestation, fabuish. It's like a casting a spell, abracadabra. What does that mean again? There's what abracadabra means something in the English language. I forget now. Yeah, there's a sense here. So for some of you, Aquarius rising, you might be feeling blocked. This looks like this is speaking to a couple. There seems to be maybe a block around communication, or there could be something to do with a child that's causing the love to also kind of, maybe like you're focusing too much on the kid, and the kid's taking too much of the time, and you're not really focused on the relationship or the marriage kind of thing, or the partnership. So this is just requiring probably a little bit of your attention. Yeah, like I think maybe for some of you, this is like a kid getting into some rough patch. They're probably overcoming it, they're getting through it, but yeah, there's a sense of having to find your power with the situation. And I would dare say, like, focus on making sure the communication is really good in this dynamic. So the Page of Swords, this younger person, or this like lack of communication, I'm getting a sense that the Page is dealing with an authority figure that's like causing them some trouble. Honestly, weird. Like I'm getting a sense of maybe bullying or something, like being bullied at school, and you're having to tend to the situation, and it's maybe for whatever reason kind of upsetting or troubling. Sideline communications, trying to hash it out kind of thing with this teacher. I'm not getting a very necessarily great read on that either. You might not, this could be like a school that you're deciding whether or not this kid goes to the certain school, and it's not like, and that's a big deal, right? Like making a transition for a child can definitely affect our partnerships, because the kid is taking up all the time, which is fine. But I think maybe like a school you're choosing or something to bring the kid is not the one you want. These are weekly readings and they're general, so obviously only take what resonates. But I think, like a lot of these reads, like if you sit with it, focus on the love, come back into that loving space, unified space, we're all on the same team. Communication is key for you guys this week. Possibly, but lightness, playfulness, right? Just if there's been like this heavy duty focus on this thing that just seems to be kind of butting walls, or like you can't seem to find the right place for the kid, or you're not really aligning with the schools, or just something doesn't feel right, just go play, have some fun this summer. I mean, that's not necessarily wise if you like need to get your kid into a school, but there are opportunities. It's like one of those more instantaneous, like don't wait forever, but just lighten up. Like go out for an afternoon, have some play, go out camping for the night. And I think just having that mental break from focusing on that and trying to plow through. It's like you'll go camping and meet a family and they recommend a school, like something, opportunities, and lots of them, 7 of Cups will come in when you lighten up. Communicate with your partner, right? Trust the process, be playful, and that will bring in some options, right? Some options to then move you forward within this week. Okay, Pisces, divine guidance, love and clarity for my Pisces. Pisces, divine guidance and love and clarity. So there's this playfulness energy, and I'm getting stuff from it around, oh lovely, like there's been this sort of jovial playfulness with Pisces, and then I'm suddenly thinking, oh, it's in the reverse. So and then I heard the message like the party's over. So there could be something around the lightness and the jovial fun times. I'm like literally seeing a light dimmer, like that is dimming down. The party is over. Some of the sparkle might be over. Because of all that dominant red energy, I'm thinking for some of you, there could be like a little bit of burnout feel. You might just be energetically zapped, energetically tired. Yeah. For some of you, there could be a bit of energetic conflict going on, maybe just within yourself, a little bit of anxiety, inner battles, right? Whatever is going on around us, and yet energetically we're feeling conflicted, or we've got a lot going on, or like that feeling of being pulled in lots of different directions, or just simply like in a work environment or at home, there's a lot of bickering, there's a lot of kind of like, back and forth, and bit of a battle. Energetic battle to me is usually more like your own system. So feeling conflicted, feeling like a bunch of different parts of you are sort of not in alignment with the core sense of you. I get a sense that you will be moving forward this week, though. So the Chariot energy is a positive energy, and it's in the upright. It's like once you heal, restore. I'm hearing like get a little bit serious, not too serious, but get a little bit serious. You'll start feeling the energy move you forward. For some of you, you might have walked away from something, hoping to create maybe more opportunity. Walking away from a project, walking away from something you've been more than likely investing in. Mark, I agree. Like, as in when I watch astrologers, I watch loads of astro. When I watch astrologers, I tend to watch all the signs. Just out of curiosity, really, right? So yeah, it's like you walked away from something you were emotionally invested in the expectation, hope, whatever, to then open up and create another opportunity. But then again, on some level, for some of you, this is almost like maybe walking away thinking the grass was greener, or walking away and again, this would just be for some of you, but like just partying like hardcore Holla Shazam, and then getting burnt out, and then feeling really conflicted. But then you're moving forward. But like straight up, like if some of you walked away from a relation, maybe you didn't walk straight into another one. Maybe things didn't work out or have not been working out. But it looks like the Chariot is just, I would say, an energy where you're moving forward in your integrity, and you're feeling good. You're feeling guided. You're feeling on point. You're feeling balanced, right? You're feeling connected to the cosmos. You're feeling like you do have a home, and you're always going to belong in that home, but you're going to take yourself and move forward. Yeah. To create the opportunities that are in alignment with you. Yeah, for some of you Pisces, I think this is like a generational shift, or this is like a pattern break with regards to I sort of get a sense of family systems and family dynamics. The Two of Wands with the Eight of Cups here is making me, and the Chariot is making me feel like for some of you, you've moved country, you've left the nest kind of thing, and you're moving forward. And again, maybe there's been a whole bunch of partying, fun, woohoo, but then like all of us, if we get overtired, if we've been overdoing it, whatever, if we've been burning the candle both ends, all that, any of us, it would just frizzle us out, right? Burn us out a bit. So the playfulness energy is just like the sparkles starting to dim a little bit, and now you're left. And that's what I meant to say. After certainly too much partying, that can create that kind of weird anxiety, or just like So there's that sense of like basically rest. I would say for some of you, it's as simple as like just cocooning, having a few days of rest, and then you'll be guided to move forward. I'm hearing finally, as you've really, released and let go of stuff, seized and taken new opportunities, worked through a lot of inner conflict, and healed from maybe overdoing it and spying. There's this weird Seven of Swords energy. I'm like, I think what part of what you're done with, I think, is just sneakery or lies, deception. You're just really moving on from even relating that way, or attracting that, any of that kind of stuff. Yeah, you are worthy, Pisces. This is cool. I do sense a bit of a financial breakthrough for some of you as well, side note, because the worthiness card is there. Yeah, it's like a reward after a pilgrimage or something. Healing the heart. There's a sense of healing the heart and coming into this greater unified sense of being guided forward in your life. And again, the Chariot person, this guy here, is like leaving his village or leaving his city, right? So, but you're balanced, you're guided, and you're protected. So this is a really lovely energy. And for some of you, it's also just on a more simple, like 3D sense. This is also a greater maturity and wisdom around how to manage your energy, probably so that you don't burn out, because I do get a sense of this being like almost cyclical for some of you. So yeah, just be aware of resting when you need rest, moving when you want to move, resting when you want to rest, move when you want to move. Okie dokie. Thank you for being here, everybody. Appreciate you. Thanks for the likes and the comments. Mark, mega appreciation. I saw some of the other Patreons were present at a certain point. I'll probably publish this publicly within 24 hours, so it's great that I got to catch you all live. And again, check out or let me know. This is a free thing for the Patreons, I'll remind us, but I'm thinking of doing one, maybe even two. I'm sort of leaning towards two, but I'm aware I'm not overdoing it. But I want to do like some more open Zoom yoga sessions where we cover breath work, meditation, and a little bit of movement, because I recognize the value of just these little 20-30 minute sessions that I do with clients. And then I just thought like how to gently open that so that other people could take advantage of the yoga sessions at a more affordable rate. And obviously Patreons to me would be a free thing. I would just send the Zoom link into the Patreon account as and when. I'm thinking maybe September time of starting this, probably doing something like 4 weeks off, or rather 4 weeks on, 1 week off, or something like that. But I'm still noodling with it. Feel free to share. I've obviously shared this with one of you, and if any of you want to feedback, if that's something you're interested in, let me know. And I know there's people who are not in the Patreon community, but are part of the Ultra Love community who are interested as well. So lots of love, you guys. Sleep well, my friend. I hope you get a really good night's rest. I'm glad I got to catch you here, and we'll catch up real soon. Take care. Much love. Peace out.